I've been able to spend 16 years in this house and watch Tyson and David grow from little boys of 10 to Tyson, who is now going to be 26. I watched Paige grow from a 3-year-old to a young woman. I have had the pleasure of going back to school with them, going to therapies with them, taking them to the Y and watching them swim and play. They were born with the ability to see, and now they're legally blind. They were born with the ability to hear, to talk, to eat, to swallow, to run, play, do everything that any normal child can do, to a point of being wheelchair bound, legally blind, profoundly deaf, totally dependent.
One day I was in the house with the kids. Steve had gone to work. The twins and I walked outside, and all of a sudden Tyson fell on the ground for no apparent reason. He fell off and on throughout the day. The next day, David started to fall and stumble. We took him to our pediatrician. He referred us to a neurologist. The neurologist did multiple tests on them. And during that period of time, David went into respiratory arrest, was rushed to the hospital, and was put on a vent and trach and G-tube for nutrition.
When I was Y-O-U-N, young boy, I was brother. I watched my brother become saved. And we went to church together. And listened to the gospel and Sunday school teacher. I decided to ask Christ come into my life when I was 10 years old. And I asked the Holy Spirit to sustain me. I have an understanding of what a young man has in his heart for his dreams. And Tyson has that. In his heart, he wants to be a missionary. He would like to be an evangelist. He would like to change people's lives. He would like to be an inspiration. He would like to be a father. He would love to have a sweetheart. He would love to know what that relationship would be like. They do think about their earthly life and why they came to be the way they are, and why me. And then we talk about, so what do we do now? What can I do with my life? So we started to read together. We started to do small Bible studies. They progressed into Lifeway studies. And at the moment, we're doing Biblical Training Institute, and he's thoroughly enjoying it. My experiences in studying with Tyson have been so sweet. He struggles, he works so hard. He wants to have everything correct. He wants to be 100%. And it's just been awesome.
I asked the Lord
I asked the Lord.
to give me my life when I was 7.
I gave him my life when I was 7.
Yeah, but I did not feel strong.
I did not feel that I was strong enough.
But
And after all those trials,
my father died.
my brother died when I was 9.
Lord, and he always wanted to go to church.
He loved the Lord, and he always wanted to go to church, and he always smiled.
From a young age, I've always accepted what God gave me as His plan, not to be questioned. And the pain I felt wasn't for me, it was for them. And there's worse days and there's better days.
The miracle didn't happen here on earth, but it happened in heaven. That was the way we dealt with it. That was our miracle. He knew that that's where his place was, in heaven, in eternity with Jesus.
It stands to reason that you would like something with flowers in the front.
Yeah.
I love flowers.
Yes, I like flowers. It's very girly, yes. Sometimes I like to be very girly.
I already told your brother this, but I want to thank you for serving on my prayer team. It means the world to know that Paige and Tyson are praying for me. Is that something that you enjoy doing, praying?
Yes.
Great.
I like to write down prayers.
I love to,
I like to write down.
and I love to write down prayers.
You write down prayers. Wow. Can I ask you, what inspired you to write your children's story? Sophia and her morning star.
I want to help kids
I want to help kids understand that they can trust the Lord no matter what trials they face, and that they can never be stuck because Jesus is always with them.
Wow. So that's why you wrote your children's book. Was a great story. And every time I tell the story to my friends or people I meet, I end up crying. It's such a sweet story.
I feel very much like the flower.
So in other words, the suffering and the loss that you've experienced has shown you more of God's glory.
And that's very true.
I have never had that. I have not because the Lord has done.
See, if I didn't have to go through trials, I wouldn't be as I am close to the Lord as I am now.
Wow. That touches me deeply.
Oh, when you were 15? After my back surgery, I realized that I am here for God's glory. And I asked Him to come into my life. And I feel that I am more confident in knowing I have changed my heart. Oh, and I was very selfish before that. I want to do all the fun things I can. After all the trials and after all the back surgery. After the back surgery, you can't move much. Yeah. And after my trick. Why did God take everything from me? Why everything that I could do? Because you could walk before. I walked before, yes. That's why. But I knew God wanted to choose me for a special purpose. I really want to serve the Lord now. And that's all I want. And that's my story.